This Catwoman is not on the prowl for expensive jewels. The anti-heroine from the Batman franchise, played by cosplay celeb Yaya Han, has a much bigger plan in mind.
I'm trying to infect the world with cosplay.
US-based cosplay model Yaya Han is a full-time cosplayer and a costume designer who runs her own online business. In Singapore as a guest and judge for the first ever International Cosplay Day Singapore, or ICDS, the China-born 32-year-old says that Singapore's cosplay scene is growing.
The passion for cosplay is really great here, and it's very pure. People just like doing it for, the characters and because they love the genre so much. So it's very refreshing to see that. Whereas in the United States, cosplay is becoming a bit commercialized, so sometimes cosplayers are not fans of what they're cosplaying because they're not really cosplayers. They're just trying to use it to gain popularity or something. But here it feels very pure. I like it.
Being a full-time cosplayer may look like fun and games, but creating costumes, running a business, and performing all at the same time is a lot of hard work.
I make a living doing cosplay. I actually travel to about 25 conventions worldwide every year. The cosplay lifestyle is very fast-paced, and there basically are two sides to it. There is the glamorous, I'm all dolled up at a convention, and my costume side, and then there is the side where I basically just in my sweatpants, and I'm rolling from my bedroom into the workroom, and I'm just just working non-stop. Even on my days off, or even if I'm traveling, I'm still working because there's a lot of online social media stuff that you have to take care of, a lot of emails to reply to. You have to constantly produce new content for people, or else they stop watching you or they lose interest. But at the same time, I'm very happy doing this instead of working for somebody else. I do not mind working hard because I'm doing something I genuinely love.
Yaya first got into the cosplay scene 13 years ago. Since then, she has made every single costume that she wore.
I've made well over 200, which is not that much if you think about how long I've been cosplaying. But some costumes can take, a month or longer to make.
What is the most extravagant costume that you remember making?
The most extravagant was definitely Carmilla from Vampire Hunter D. It is a really elaborate red and gold vampire queen, Countess of Blood outfit. And it took over 50 yards of fabric. It has a train that's over 16 yards long. If you count shoes, wigs, sometimes material to mold and cast pieces out of plastic or rubber, that can be definitely $1,000 easily, $1,500. Cosplay is not a cheap hobby. It's actually very time intensive and money intensive, but I love it.
Money can't buy you happiness, but it can buy you cosplay costumes and materials, which for some comes pretty close. Like these participants of ICDS, for example, who gladly splash a fortune on their cosplay outfits.
The workmanship alone was about $70, and the cloth, because I used silk, it came to about $30 for the cloth itself, so that's $100 just for the costume itself, not counting props, contact lenses, wigs. Yeah.
For me, it's actually Sephiroth. I spent about almost $1,000 on the costume because I made a wing as well.
It would be my Miku Semplate, so Vocaloid costume. That was about $200 to $300.
It took me about 2 to 3 months because I like to experiment with various stuff, so there's quite a lot of wastage. It amounted to a few $100s, maybe $500. This leather, I did not use those which are meant for sewing. This is what they use for sofas and cushions. Yeah, it's much harder to sew, but it's much more durable.
Ever heard of cosplay chess? It's like a giant lifelike chess game on Turbo filled with cosplay goodness. Find out more at ICDS in the next clip.